The current state of Illuminati's channel might be the saddest, most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And just a few days ago on December 4th, she disabled comments on her entire channel. Her platform is on life support, which is sad for her, but honestly great for everyone else. She's accused others wrongly of plagiarism, only to be a huge plagiarist herself. She's incessantly harassed people who were her friends at one point. She harassed them on alt accounts. She tried silencing those speaking up against her, giving cease and desists, and has tried wielding and abusing financial power over them. I do not like the things she's done, given the way that she has exploited vulnerable people while masquerading as this perfect, caring figure. She would talk about how mistreating other people is wrong, yet given the actions she's committed, you would think being horrible to people is like her own personal religion she follows. You would think it's the gospel to her. Step 1, bully people. Step 2, refer to step 1. The way that she's just conducted herself in the past has been gross. However, in this discussion, I feel like we've all overlooked one key thing with Illuminati, which is her actual channel right now and her videos, like her absolutely abhorrent content and platform that she is still desperately trying to cling to. Now, since the situation with her started, she has been acting like nothing's happened. On her channel, she's just been continuing on as a content farm. She has posted over 60 videos since the truth came out about her, and her content just seems to be getting worse and worse, growing more desperate. So I thought today we'd actually take a step back from what she does outside of her channel and just focus on how absolutely garbage her videos actually are. How she's been making incredibly insensitive videos, how she's even making more enemies through her content, and how she's disabled comments and her views are now plummeting. So if you're watching this video expecting me to go over all the details of her lawsuit and entire history of treating people horribly behind the scenes, I recommend checking out these instead, because today I just want to be super focused on how bad she is as a content creator. Her video ideas, the approach she's taken with her content as of late, the past 3 months especially, makes you think she is purposefully self-destructing. It's like she's actively trying to kill her channel further. With 3 videos I want to focus on specifically, her worst and most recent one of the 3 being one she made about hospice, called Hospice Care Drains the Dying, with the thumbnail text being Horrors of Hospice. Now, I have specific moments in this video that I don't like that I'll go over, but first, let's just talk about the general vibe of this whole thing. She decided to go after something it's very clear she did not understand. If you don't know what hospice is, it's a healthcare unit or program that provides treatment for the terminally ill and dying. Families and individuals who are in hospice are going through something very, very difficult. And many people's lives have been positively impacted by hospice and the sort of dignity with passing that it provides in a lot of cases. Bad things have happened in the industry, of course, but the overall consensus on hospice is that it's something that people appreciate. For the vast majority of people, hospice is not this big, scary, evil thing. And lots of hospice workers are working a hard job, but they genuinely care about those they're helping. In fact, hospice actually gets a lot of volunteers, people who are passionate about providing care to others. When you go in here with this thumbnail, the horrors of hospice, saying how it drains the dying, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. So in her video where she's choosing to attack hospice as a whole, the people who end up being impacted by her remarks are hospice workers, those who are in hospice, or those who have a family member or have had a family member in it. And given the nature of this, the vulnerability that's involved, it's gross. It's not like she went after some big bad corporation. It's not like she went after just an MLM. But let's see what little moments in her video are specifically wrong. So the video starts out with her mentioning specific stories about a few people who have had bad experiences in hospice. And then she says,
"Not all hospice patients are abused. I don't want anyone walking away from this episode terrified to put their loved ones in hospice because of a few horror stories."
She says this after 12 minutes, by the way. After 12 minutes have passed with scary music and stuff.
Kindness and compassion to patients, this isn't the case for many hospice facilities. It's rules around long stays, too. This is only one way in which the hospice system is broken.
You don't want people to fear. Well, she certainly didn't have this concern when it came to the matter of the thumbnail and pulling in those clicks, right?
I don't want anyone walking away from this episode terrified to put their loved ones in hospice.
At one part, she brings up dementia patients and decision-making.
Dementia patients would also make decisions about their care without assistance, which, isn't best for a dementia patient.
See, I get where she's coming from. I get what she's trying to say. But when it comes to these matters, when it comes to making a video this serious, like the one that she's making, you have to be precise with your wording. And she's using this as a criticism as to why hospice is bad. And it's important to note, there are varying levels of dementia severity, and oftentimes patients are assessed as to whether or not they can make decisions themselves. And if they can, then they're allowed to. If it appears that they're too far gone to make decisions, then they don't. You know, the label of dementia does not mean someone is so far gone. They could be in a very early on, stable state with dementia and thus be fully capable of making decisions for themselves. But she's wording it like they can't, and that hospice is bad because of this false understanding she has.
No, isn't best for a dementia patient. Though these might sound like one-off incidents and not problems within the system itself, it really is the latter.
She really just decided to make a video that painted this whole system full of very caring workers, volunteers, vulnerable people, and vulnerable families as something that's a horrible, corrupted experience. It does not matter if she has a couple disclaimers in her video saying, "It's not everybody, guys. Not everybody, not every situation," because her thumbnail and title smear it so hard and make the whole thing look absolutely evil. Now, there's a couple other videos she's made that really show she's gotten desperate for topics, and her content has just been in massive decline since the controversy around her started. 3 months ago, she uploaded a video, "Why Veganism Won't Save the Planet," with the thumbnail having the earth being on fire, with the text, "Are vegans destroying the earth?" Which, I mean, I know it's a divisive topic, okay? I know veganism is one of those polarizing issues, but to suggest that vegans could be destroying the earth, you know, just through their veganism alone, is a bit much. Her choosing to do this video is hilarious to me. It's like she's waging a war on the vegans. It's a very bold move for her because for a channel that's already dying so severely, why would you make more enemies and target a community that is known for being very committed to their cause? People who very much so speak up against and go against anti-vegans. Like, you would think she already has enough enemies now, but clearly not. Like, she was looking to pick some fights, but not really because she disabled comments, so she's not a fighter, she's pretty sensitive. In this video, there's so many ironic moments given the fact that she has been exposed to be an incredibly greedy and corrupt person. Around 15 minutes in, I may have found the most golden monologue from her.
If you speak down to others and act self-righteous to advocate for compassion, I think you're doing it wrong. Essentially, if in order for you to feel like you're moving up, you have to drag somebody down, I don't think you're doing it right.
She made a video on GameStop, which there's not much to say here other than it's an incredibly boring video, and its timing is beyond weird. Why GameStop won't stop failing, suggesting that they're only going downhill, when in actuality, while GameStop has greatly fallen, they are actually in an upward swing right now. So it kind of shows she doesn't care about the current state of things, it's just about pushing content out there, being a content farm. But what's funny though, is that being a content farm shows that she doesn't care about what she creates, she cares about the outcome, the profit, the power. So you would think she would put that first at all costs. Yet she's made the dumb decision of disabling comments that, while maybe preserving her ego, will only annihilate her channel performance moving forward. See, the algorithm when it comes to recommending videos on YouTube deeply cares about how much engagement a video gets. It focuses on things such as whether or not the viewers are watching the video for a long time, and whether or not they're liking and commenting. Videos with a high amount of comments have higher engagement. Videos with no comments have lower engagement. Her disabling comments means she has removed a huge element of engagement, and now her videos will perform even worse, and thus kill her channel faster. Though, to be fair, I can't imagine her videos get good engagement anyway, since they are so incredibly boring to watch. She's almost indistinguishable from an AI content farm. The vignette effect, the constant stock footage, the overdone transitions, and the script writing that follows the format of, "Now, this thing good, but the cracks started to show. Good thing actually bad. Bad thing. Incident with bad thing that shows bigger picture, even badder. But wait. Actually, doesn't that mean insert good thing here? No, actually. The latter. Even badder worse thing happen. Article backing me up that is actually just an opinion piece from a high school newspaper, but I put it in here because no one will ever look closer to find out that this source actually sucks." So that's that. Though you gotta give it to her, she has one thing that AI content farms don't have. This horrendously hypocritical background in her videos. Yes, Illuminati unironically put, "People over profits in her background. Honestly though, her backgrounds have always been very telling. Sometimes people who do bad things are the ones you most expect. Yeah, it's not the ones you least expect. Sometimes the person with the big ego is the one whose video backgrounds are just more collages of themselves. She really fell back on these ones a lot. Just more of her everywhere, a bunch of her avatar moving through the frame. Like, one wasn't enough. She needed to plaster herself everywhere. There's just a funny thing I noticed. But yeah, the long and short of it is, in addition to Illuminati not being a great person, her content right now is also just atrocious, like, on every level, in a technical sense. Her decisions regarding her channel are awful, and it's like she's actively killing it now, even though that's clearly the last thing she would want to do. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you like what you see, feel free to stick around on the channel. I also have social media and a second channel you can check out if you feel interested. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.